Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something that, well, touches every single one of us, friendship. And we're going to explore it through the incredible wisdom of philosopher Wilhelm Schmid. So, our guide for this whole explanation is Schmid's amazing book. It really digs into what makes friendship so essential and, let's be honest, sometimes so tricky. And this really gets to the heart of a huge modern problem, right? You're constantly connected, emails, social media, work chats. But how often do you feel genuinely alone? Schmid nails it. He says it's because so many of our interactions are just functional, They're impersonal. They don't really make us feel seen. All right, so let's jump into our quest. First up, we need to understand why finding true friendship feels more important now than maybe ever before. Okay, check this out. Schmid makes this brilliant point that the whole idea of friendship has totally flipped. Think about it. Hundreds of years ago, in a small village, friendship was just there. It was unavoidable, baked into the community. But now? Now we have to go out and find it. It's not a given anymore. It's a choice, a relationship that we have to actively build and define for ourselves. All right, so if we're going to navigate this complex social world, we're going to need a map, right? Well, you're in luck. The philosopher Aristotle actually drew one for us more than 2,000 years ago. How cool is that? And this map is just so good. Aristotle breaks friendship down into three main types, and it's all about what holds them together. First, you've got the friendship of pleasure. These are your fun friends, right? The people you go to concerts with. It's awesome, but it's fragile. When the fun stops, so does the friendship. Then you have the friendship of utility. Think about your work buddies, the people you network with. It's useful, it's practical, but it's pretty unstable. But then there's the big one, true friendship. This is built on just genuinely wishing the best for the other person, for their own sake. That's the one that's built to last. Now, fast forward a couple thousand years from Aristotle, and we've added our own territory to the map, the virtual friend. I mean, this is a whole new ballgame, isn't it? It's all about online connections, and so often it feels like the number of friends you have matters more than the actual quality of those connections. It comes with a completely different set of rules and pitfalls. Okay, so we've got our map, but what's the destination? What's the X that marks the spot? What kind of happiness are we really talking about when we talk about true friendship? Well, it's not just one thing. It's more like this amazing tapestry of feelings. It's that simple comfort of just knowing someone has your back. It's sharing those amazing moments, big and small. It's having those late-night, super honest talks where you can just be 100% yourself. It's even getting to a point where you kind of build a shared worldview together. It's deep stuff. The philosopher Montaigne said it best. When he was asked to explain his incredible friendship with his best friend, he just said, because it was he, because it was I. And that's it, isn't it? It perfectly captures that feeling. It's a connection that you can't really explain or calculate. It just is. But, just like any epic journey, this one isn't always a walk in the park. The road can get bumpy. Every single meaningful friendship is going to hit some obstacles that really test how strong it is. And one of the biggest challenges is this constant balancing act, this dance between closeness and distance. It's a real push and pull, right? We crave that intimacy, that connection, but we also need our own space to be ourselves, to recharge. Lean too far one way, and you risk suffocating the friendship. Lean too far the other way, and you risk drifting apart completely. Finding that sweet spot, that's the whole game. Here's something really important to remember. Friendships rarely end with a huge, dramatic explosion. It's more like a slow erosion. It happens through these small, often unintentional steps. It starts with just a little bit of neglect, not paying attention. Then maybe one friend's success sparks a little envy in the other, creating this weird imbalance. Then comes the overload, when one person just constantly uses the other as their personal therapist without ever giving back. And before you know it, the friendship just can't take the weight anymore. It doesn't break, it just fades out. Okay, so this brings us to our final stop on this journey. And honestly, it might be the most important one of all. Let's talk about our true north, the bedrock, the foundation for every other friendship you'll ever have. And here it is. This is such a powerful thought. Schmid and Aristotle before him basically said this: if you can't be a good friend to yourself first, you'll never truly be a good friend to anyone else. I mean, think about that. If you're not at peace with who you are, how can you possibly have the strength and stability to be there for somebody else? So, being your own friend, it is not selfish, not at all. It's the most essential thing you can do to build healthy, real connections. When you're good with yourself, you have the strength to actually show up for other people. You can be honest with them because you're honest with yourself. And maybe most importantly, you stop trying to use your friends to fill some empty space inside you. That's a job only you can do. So, as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a question, a real one. What kind of friend are you? Not just to others, but to yourself. How are you actively taking care of the most important relationships you have, especially the one you have with the person in the mirror?